The US government has already told big banks they can get into crypto, so why aren't they? That's what we're going to talk about in today's film. I'll tell you in great detail how long it will take for these banks to actually set up shop in the blockchain space, as well as whether they work with Fireblocks or Ripple to offer crypto services to their clients. This movie tells you everything you need to know. First, let's take a closer look at what officials have said so far. My name is Jerome Powell, and I'm the chair of the Federal Reserve here in the US. If you have any questions, feel free to ask him. 18-second movie makes it very clear what that means. Banks may offer their help to crypto businesses, and banks can do crypto things as long as they do them in a way that keeps everything safe. I like what I'm hearing, Jerome. Jerome Powell 2024 is a very different person from Jerome Powell 2025, but I like the new look, sir. I like how it looks now. Here is the OC. If you remember, Brian Brooks was in charge of the OC during the first Trump administration. Over 50 million people in the US own some kind of cryptocurrency. The move toward digital banking services is not a trend, it is a change. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency has confirmed that national banks and federal savings associations can make this happen. For the benefit of their clients, banks regulated by the OC may offer custody services, which include keeping cryptocurrencies and other digital assets safe and secure. The banks we keep an eye on can also buy and sell cryptocurrencies that their customers tell them to. These banks may also offer other security services to their customers, such as keeping tax records or helping with reports. OC banks can have a sub-custodian do the same work for them as long as they take the right steps for managing third-party risk. It's possible for banks and their partners to do many things with digital assets and cryptocurrency, but I want to make it clear that okay, I get it now. OC wants these things to be done safely and in line with the law. Paula Atkins says that people have the right to be in charge of their own children. I don't need to play this for 41 seconds, but I think you get the point. Crypto is here to stay and is a change, say the people in charge of the space. Someone on the Drum Pals says that banks can store and offer crypto services. What does that really mean for banks? What should they do? The head of the Federal Reserve says that banks can provide crypto services and storage. He means that these things are okay for banks that are regulated by the Federal Reserve as long as they know how to deal with threats and do business safely. That doesn't mean all banks have to offer these services. It just means they can if they follow strict rules for risk management and compliance. It talks about getting permission to move forward, and it's now clear that banks can offer crypto storage. Following the law and keeping customers safe, banks can trade crypto on their customers' instructions and provide other crypto services. They don't need permission first. For example, the OC has confirmed that national banks can offer crypto storage and delivery services even if they do so through third parties. And the FDIC has gotten rid of its rule that banks needed permission ahead of time to do crypto activities that were legal, to report crypto actions ahead of time. It also talks about how important it is to control risk and make rules clear. There are some things that banks can do, but we haven't seen them do much yet, and I think it's because they're waiting for rules. I think banks care a lot about doing the right thing, and it's true that officials and people in the know are giving them the go-ahead, but banks are still being very careful. The risk is something they think about all the time, and I think what they're really waiting for are rules. To better understand how Ripple is moving toward becoming a bank, let's play this more and more financial. This is a time when institutions in the area are looking for basic digital asset infrastructure. They know they need a new, safe, scalable storage option to be ready for the next wave of tokenized assets. It can be changed to fit your needs and is bank grade. Ripple Custody meets the greatest security and compliance standards in the business. It provides digital asset infrastructure that can help companies get ahead of the competition and get more customers. Financial institutions and cryptocurrency platforms can use this infrastructure. Financial institutions know they can trust Ripple because we are the best service company. The blocks on that screen are from the XRP database, and Ripple has been in business for more than 10 years. Ripple has been in business for more than 10 years and has built up a huge customer base. Now Ripple can tell their customers that crypto services will be regulated What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because I think I know the truth. Yes, I do know the answer. That's why I ask, how long would it take Bank of America to build their own blockchain services? Could we work together with Ripple custody to get these things done? What it said about the building was that it's hard to start over with Bitcoin or services that protect digital assets. Big banks like Bank of America pay for it. Here are the expected timelines and things to think about for both making the app yourself and working with a service like Ripple custody. These are the steps in planning the timeline and seeing if it's possible over the next 3 to 12 months. First plan for the study, based on the size of the bank and the attention of regulators, align regulatory review and internal decisions. This stage might last a long time. You're at a bank like Bank of America, which has trillions of dollars in assets. There are different groups of people there. And I'm sure that smaller or medium-sized groups of people would get together and make a plan after putting in a lot of work and research. They would show the plan to the people who made the choices and say, hey, this is what we want to do. They had to fix things when they got back, and the process takes a long time there. Nothing moves quickly for no reason. This time frame could be 3 to 12 months, and it could take another 12 to 24 months to finish the work and test it. This phase includes building the core blockchain infrastructure, connecting it to existing banking systems, making sure it is secure, hardening it, and testing it internally. It all depends on the use case. The security must be top notch so that no one can get to the customer funds, whether it's for payments or custody settlements. And no matter how difficult it is, if they can't, it could be disastrous for every bank in the crypto world.